What's up everyone, and today I'm bringing a deck profile on my Lyrilusc. Or I guess more technically Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade, but focusing more so on the Lyrilusc side, not so much on the Tri-Brigade side, because I feel like both are pretty good and both have their advantages. So without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. And make sure to like and subscribe for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh videos. First, I run 3 Turquoise Warbler. Warbler, if you have no monsters on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. And when this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Lyrilusc monster from your hand or graveyard. Like, for example, or Cobalt Sparrow, which you run 3 of. Now, Cobalt Sparrow, when it's special summoned, you can add one level 1 Winged Beast monster from your deck to your hand, like one of our 3 copies of Sapphire Swallow. Now, Sapphire Swallow, when it's in the hand, and you control a Winged Beast monster, you can special summon this and one level 1 monster from your hand. So, like, let's say you have 2 Warbler and a Cobalt Sparrow. You special the Warbler, special the Sparrow, but you use the effective Sparrow, add Swallow, then you use the Swallow special summon itself and the second Warbler. Additionally, when it's used for the XY means if it is used for material of a Winged Beast or of a Wind XYZ monster, you can target one Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard, attach it to this card as material. So let's say you use Cobalt Sparrow and Sapphire Swallow for the material. The effective Swallow will give the XYZ monster an effect to attach one from the graveyard to it. We also run 3 Celestine Wagtail. Wagtail, when it's special summon, you can add one Lyrilusc monster, or not one monster, one Lyrilusc spell trap from your deck to your hand. And if it's in the graveyard, you can attach it to one Lyrilusc XYZ monster you control. I'll run 1 Barrel Canary. Barrel Canary, you can target one Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard, special summon this monster and that monster. Though this will lock us into XYZ monsters, which you can usually get most of your link plays done before you go, or before you use the effective Barrel Canary. If not, then there are good Lyrilusc XYZ monsters, which we'll see once we get to the extra deck. Next, I run 3 Tri-Brigade Nerval. There's lots of ways you can get Nerval out. You can summon it off of Warbler, off of Sapphire Swallow. You can also summon it off of the Lyrilusc Bird Call, or you can't summon it off of Bird Call, but you can summon it off of the Sapphire Swallow, and of course you can also just normal summon it too. The Nerval gives you access to the Tri-Brigade engine, which you don't really use much for it. Also have the Nerval, it's just Kit and Karis. I don't run Fractal because we really don't need Fractal, but the fact that Nerval is a level 1 and a Winged Beast, it just has so much synergy with this deck. For hand traps, I run 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Moving on to the spells, I run 3 Bird Call. Bird Call, you can take one Lyrilusc monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Then you can special summon one Lyrilusc monster with a different name from your hand. So let's say you have Cobalt Sparrow on hand, that's your only Lyrilusc. You can use the effect of Bird Call to, let's say, grab Sapphire Swallow. Then you can summon the Sparrow, use the effect of Sapphire Swallow, for example. It just has so many different uses for it. It's a searcher and it summons from hand, which is really good. You also run the 1 Lyrilusc Bird Sanctuary. Now, Bird Sanctuary is essential for this deck, more so for the Ensemble Robin. So, Bird Sanctuary allows you to take 2 XYZ monsters you control, and attach one of those monsters to the others, and transfer its materials. So, let's say you got 2 Resettle Starlings, both with 2 materials. Now it'll be a Resettle Starling with 5 materials. And additionally, if you have a XYZ monster with 3 or more materials, you can draw 1 card. So it's a little bit draw pair too. Also run 3 copies of Wear Out Thou. Wear Out Thou is really good because if you control level 1 monster, you can add one level 1 monster from your deck to your hand. And that is not a hard one to return, so if you have multiple Wear Out Thou, you can use multiple. Also run the 1 for 1. This is the deck about level 1, so obviously you're going to want the 1 for 1. As well as a Call by the Grave, for the hand traps. Now for the actual traps, I run 1 Tri-Brigade Revolt. If you don't know, Revolt, you can special summon any number of your banished or any number of Winged Beast, Beast Warrior that's in your grave or banished, then immediately link summon them. So if you have 4, then that's immediately a sure egg. I also run 2 Harpy's Featherstorm. You can also run it at 3. Just if you want to run it at 3, you can probably cut like Wear Out down to like 2 or something like that. But Harpy's Featherstorm is just all around really good. If you see this going first, this card is going to be absolutely insane, and your opponent can't really do much about it because it just negates all monster effects for the turn. And lastly, the 3 Infinite Impermanence. Moving on to the extra deck. I play 3 copies of the Recital Starling. Recital Starling is really good. It allows you to search for a level 1 winged beast. And it's only a soft fortress return, so if you get multiple copies of Recital Starling on the field, you can use multiple copies. I also play 2 Assembled Nightingale. Nightingale is pretty good, especially if you're going second. It's an easy way to make Zeus. Basically, this can attack up to the number of materials you have, and it does damage. You gain 200 attack for each. So let's say you are able to get, like, I don't know the math, but like, let's say you get a whole bunch of materials. This in of itself could be game, because like, let's say you're just attacking 8 times for 8,000, and this is attacking directly. So this could be an OTK in of itself. But there are other uses for it as well. Also run the 1 Promenade Thrust. Now, Thrust is your spell and trap distraction, because you can detach one material from the start to target a spell trap you control, shuffle it into the deck. And at the start of the damage step, if another monster you control bows, detach any number of materials from this card. That monster you control gains your own attack for each material detached. So it can also pair well with the Assembled Nightingale. Next, I run 2 Isamblu Robin. This is essentially the, I guess, like boss monster / end board kind of thing. Basically, this gains power and attack for each material attached to it, and then your opponent, if your opponent special summons a monster, you detach material from this card, attack one of the special summoned monsters, return to the hand. And if this card is destroyed by a card, you can target one of those monsters in your graveyard, add to your hand. So, the cool thing is, this is not a hard one to return. Your opponent, if you have, say, 10 materials, then you can bounce 10 monsters back to the hand. Basically, it's compulse, but a lot better. So that makes the continuous spell, the Bird Sanctuary, a lot better. That's why I say Bird Sanctuary is absolutely essential, because it allows you to take the Assembled Robin and take the Recital Starling you used early in the turn, and sort of combine them so that Robin's going to have more materials and more disruptions to play out. I also run the 1 Downard, as well as 3 copies of Zeus. Honestly, I was thinking about playing like Pot of Extravagance in this deck, and that is an option, but I just don't want to like risk getting rid of multiple of Robin and Starling. That, and I also only run 1 each of the Tri-Brigade extra deck monsters in the 1 Bearjet, the 1 Bearbrum, and the 1 Shureg. That's it for my Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade deck. You know, let me know, what do you think of Lyrilusc? Do you think it's a pretty fun deck? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.